Okay, this is a presidential speech over George Washington. This is about a letter that he got about the war and how the war was horrible for the world back in 1783. He thinks that this letter was compromised from somebody that felt as if the war was harming instead of helping. And how he thought this was, he feels that the army was set to protect instead of hurt because of the way he had set it up to only hurt the people that were out to hurt them instead of hurting themselves as well. And the main purpose was because he wanted to help build onto the army. He wanted people that were strong and not intimidated by the goal that he had set. This person that did this letter thought that the army was hurting themselves basically because they were out, instead of to make peace, they were to make war, and they were not helping. The message was very clear, and the message by George Washington was that the army will still stand no matter what, no matter who writes in a letter and who tells him that they don't need an army, that all they need is peace, they don't need to go to war. It was met, the goal of this whole speaking was met. Paragraph 1 basically states how George Washington feels about the army. Paragraph 2 basically states how they would protect and keep on protecting even though people felt against it. Paragraph 3 is restating how he feels and making sure that everyone knows that he wants the army to do this because he feels as if that will help better than us just going over and saying, here's a peace offering, now leave us alone, basically. The emotion that he had during this was that he was very unsatisfied, and he felt as if he had been crossed by the people that he'd known and he thought was following him. The people that he was talking to were his townspeople, and one of the townspeople is who sent him in the letter. The language of this was very stern, and he was very unforgiving of the person that sent him this letter because of the way that they thought, or that he thought that they had overcrossed him and thought that they had authority. How it was organized was reaction that they didn't take it too well. They actually came back later and told him that they were not going to follow in his footsteps, and they weren't going to help him build this army, and they weren't going to help maintain the army. What he learned from this, or what I learned from this, even though it was well pointed and well not got, that it was meant to keep his townspeople underneath his wing, and instead it made his townspeople flee because somebody actually had an opinion and actually told their opinion instead of not voicing their opinion, and that made other people want their opinion. And what shown in the textbook that I actually got a lot of this from is how the speech is formed and how it should be organized, and he organized this speech very well. Thank you.